My name is Cody L. Boykin. I recently got married, so my name is now changing to Cody B. Moss, M-O-S-S. I am the owner and founding attorney at Piedmont Eastern Litigation in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have two attorneys in this office, myself and another associate attorney. We have one legal assistant / paralegal, and then we also have a summer intern. We primarily practice about 97% family law here, including divorces, child custody, child support, divorce from bed and board, alimony, things of that nature. But we also will dabble from time to time in traffic cases such as speeding, running red lights, things of that nature. And then we will take criminal as well, DWIs, low-level misdemeanors, things of that nature. I have been practicing law. I graduated in 2018 from North Carolina Central University School of Law in Durham, North Carolina. And on graduating, I started practicing the following January, so 2019. I started out with two smaller firms, then I went into large litigation, and that was way too much for me. I wasn't willing to get the 40 billable hours a week. That didn't work for me. So I decided to step away and open my own firm, which is now Piedmont Eastern Litigation. And again, we practice primarily family law, and that is what my passion is family law. I became an attorney because of the things that I had been through in my childhood. I get really emotional when people ask me that question. I came from a broken family. I came from a home where my mom and dad had separated. I was later put through the court system. I was later adopted out, taken, and I actually ended up being with my paternal grandparents, and those two are the two that raised me from just a little boy, and they still support me to this day. So that's why I went into family law, is because I understand the difficultiness, especially for young children. And that is why I do what I do, is because of the children. I want to help children, and I want to help families to get to the next step, even through difficult times. I try to be really good at reminding people that it's not, well, especially two parents, when they have a minor child that they're fighting over custody, I try to remind them to look at the big picture, and that would be their child or children. It's not the parents who are really going through the difficult divorce. It's really the minor child that is going to end up with the brunt end of everything. You know, that child is going to have to be growing up in a broken home. You know, he may be with mom one week and dad the other. And children are always going to remember that. As adults, we learn to cope and deal with things a little better than underage children do. But the kids are what I always remind my clients about. One of the famous lines that people often remember me by is that when somebody comes into my office, I look at them, I say, I'm going to tell you this. Either you can like it or you can decide to retain somebody else. I don't care about your feelings, and I don't care about your opposing party's feelings. The only feelings that I care about are your children. I think that my strengths would be that I am very cautious about how I do things. I always like to have a second set of eyes on everything. Before we send emails out or before we file anything with the court, we always make sure that we cross our T's and dot our I's. And I think that it's important for an attorney to have a very hands-on experience with their clients. And I feel like that's one of my best features, is that it's me and two other people in this office who we do everything from billing to filings to drafting. If you call most firms, you're going to get somebody and they're going to put you on hold and take you somewhere else. Nope. It's very often that I'll answer the phone myself when somebody calls in. And I think that's really important. I think that's what's very special about me and Piedmont Eastern Litigation, is that you get that personal feeling. Somebody that you know, when I call my attorney, if he's not available, he's going to call me back. But usually I'm going to get him on the phone when I call. And I think that's important to people. And that's a very big strength of mine, is that I do have that personal relationship with my clients, so that they know that they can always trust me. I would like my clients to know that I'm here for you. That is what I do on a daily basis. My spouse often tells me, you bring this home with you, or it really seems to get to you when you have a case. And it does. I do bring it home with me because I care. And that's what I want my clients to know, is that I do care. And I know most attorneys will tell you that, but I think that it's important to note that I have always had 5-star reviews, because people really appreciate that I am here and I do care for you.